Hello, welcome back to the channel. We're going to do a tutorial today. Today's tutorial is going to be on our headlight cowls. Now these headlight cowls fit the Gen 3 models as well as the R12 models. Very easy fit, utilises some factory mounts, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So when you receive your parts from us, you'll find that you get the cowl. You also then get a little screw. Now, there is also something, and this is why we chose this model, or should I say this bike in particular, that will make a slight difference. Now, if you have a bike that doesn't have the twin clocks, you'll see on the website that there is an option to only have the headlight cowl on its own. If you have a bike with twin clocks, whether it be an R9T or an R12, you'll then need to select that you have the twin clocks, because then we will need to send you a 5mm spacer. This 5mm spacer goes between the headlight mount and the yokes. Now you'll see that there is an option on the website for a black and a silver option. That option is there for customers that have a full blackout, like this customer does on their 90. The silver is obviously for somebody that's fit into a stock front end that doesn't have the blackout. The other option is for the stock R12 that comes with black yokes, an option to bear in mind, as well as for the R12 9T. I'm going to run through absolutely everything that you need to do to get this fitted. Don't be concerned, it's a real easy one. To get going, you're going to need to remove the headlight bezel. Now this is a T20 bolt just under the bottom here. Ideally, you want to use a T20 bit on a little bit driver because it's a little bit awkward to get in there. However, before you start, make sure you get a towel or a microfiber to protect the front mudguard, just so you know that it's going to be good for the whole of the job. Once you've got the T20 bolt out, the headlight bezel will not just come off in almost like a hinge. It won't do that, it needs to be rotated. If you rotate anti-clockwise, you'll feel it will be a solid clock round to where it needs to go, and then it will then just come off. Now that we've got the bezel off, the next thing we need to do is to remove the headlight mount with the headlight attached to it. There's no need to actually remove the headlight from its mount. The reason why we're going to do this is so we can install the 5mm spacer that will give us enough clearance with the cowl fitted to clear the twin clocks. Now what you'll find is these two T30 bolts, although these will come off okay, the headlight mount itself will be a little bit difficult to get off. There is some sleeves that go in between the headlight mount and the yoke that can get a little bit oxidized, and then you'll need to give them a wiggle just to get it off. Now sometimes the sleeves stay in the yokes, sometimes the sleeves stay in the headlight mount. Either way, we're fitting the spacer, so that doesn't make any issue to us. But when you do undo those bolts, you just need to give it a little bit of a wiggle to get it off. Now that we've got the headlight unbolted, the final thing to do before we can fit the spacer is to remove the headlight plug. Now the headlight plug, while supporting the headlight, needs to be unclipped using this white plastic clip here. If you just use a rather wide blade, flat blade screwdriver, you'll be able to get in there, rotate the screwdriver to get that clip down, and then you'll then find that with a little bit of extra pressure, the headlight plug will then come down with it. sleeves that I spoke about earlier are stayed in the yokes. Now for this instance, it's quite handy because it means that we can then put our spacer over there, and it means that that will then stay in place whilst we then put the headlight on. Now these are aluminium spacers that have been cerakoted, and we made them deliberately tight so you can stay on there, and it means that they won't fall off. But because they're a tight fit, it means that they may just need a little bit of a tap on or a little bit of a third push. Now we're not going to do everything in exactly reverse order. So when we got to this point earlier, we would have had to have undone the plug and then taken the headlight away. We're not going to plug the headlight in before we refit it. It is easier to plug the headlight in once it is fitted to the yokes. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab the longer bolts that are supplied with the spacer within the kit, get them in the mount, and then get them bolted onto the yokes. Now when you're bolting the headlight on, make sure you apply even pressure to both sides until it sits flush. As always important when doing anything up on your bike, there is a torque setting to abide to. We do these up to 10 Newton meters. That is the only torque setting you're going to need to worry about on this. The small bolt under the bottom is going to be done hand tight. The final piece of the puzzle is going to be fitting the headlight cowl, the whole thing that this was all about. Now this headlight cowl has been designed by ourselves and Valkyrie. Valkyrie have done a very, very good job to make it ergonomic and very easy to fit. There are two lugs at the top here which intersect at the top of the headlight. We then supply a longer bolt to then fit in the bottom. Now the bolt that we supply is a genuine BMW Motorrad bolt because we will not skimp on quality. Nice little trinket, it's got a PCC logo, it's just in here. Anyway, let's get this fitted and then you can get out on the road. It's easy as that. Nice, easy, fit on there. Now, the bit that is fiddly is getting this bolt in at the bottom here. Just take a little bit of patience, just make sure you can get it in there by hand first, utilising the T20 bit. Don't just go at it with the ratchet straight away. Likewise, if you're unable to see up underneath there, either use a small mirror, or if you don't have a mirror, use your mobile phone on selfie mode so you can see what's up inside there. Okay, not too tight, only hand tight, remember. This is cast resin, it's very, very strong, but you don't want to go over tight and crack it because that will be upsetting. Okay, so, spacer's on, mount is torqued up, cowl is in, bolt is done up underneath. Now the final piece of the puzzle is going to be fitting the plug on the rear of the light. I'm going to show you how to do that now. Plugging it in the back of the headlight. Now it's a little bit fiddly, but you'll definitely know whether it's in right or in wrong. What you want to do is get this into the back of the headlight housing itself. It's quite simple as to where it goes, but you need to make sure it's at the right angle. It will then go in, you'll get a firm click where it goes, to which point you'll then know it's located, but then to lock it in place, the white clip that we slid down, you'll then need to slide up. Take a little bit of patience. I just want to warn you not to get overzealous with any of the clips, bearing in mind they are plastic, but once it finds its home, you'll know that it is in the correct place. full factory headlight cowl from PCC, fitted. Not too long at all, not too intimidating, and simple tools required. Now, the one thing to bear in mind is once you've got the headlight cowl fitted, if you do have the twin clocks and you have fitted the spacer, just make sure that the headlight cowl has been spaced away from the clocks themselves. That can be done using these two bolts down here. That is a T40 on this side and a 13mm on that side. They need to be torqued up to 19 Newton meters. Just undo them, rock it forward to make sure it's not interacting with the clocks, and then do them up. It doesn't need to be very far, it doesn't need to be a big gap, but it just needs to make sure that there's a gap there so that they don't rub and damage. If you don't have the twin clocks, simple fit and you can hit the road. Anyway, I hope that's been really, really helpful. As always, these are on the website. Have a look and thank you very much for watching.